betting the not so much anymore is more down to my own fault. I need to get studying again to get the edge back. But yeah, it's a great product. I love the exchange. It's really, in my opinion, one of the better bookmakers, if not the best bookmaker out there.
The sixth race on the card is a race that's going to be run over 1,750 meters. It's a handicap at the 73 level, where the average merit rating is 72. And 3:30, Wednesday afternoon, is when this big field of 13, or full field of 13, will face the starter. Sheldon, we say it time and time again, it's all about structure. In a couple of the earlier races, it looks easier. Our selections are a lot thinner. You in this previous race are big on our Vernie King. So, it's all about structure. The sixth race for me is quite a competitive race and hard to assess. But in saying that, this horse, Al Dante, now, we don't want to go on and on and on, but last time when this gelding ran, I thoroughly enjoyed the interview with MJ. I know, judging by your enthusiasm, you enjoyed the commentary, because what we saw that day was something very special.
Something out of the top draw when it comes to those type of handicaps. You look at the feature raced horses and they win impressively, but you've got to give credit to these horses who win in the lower divisions, and they've taken their time with him. I remember when he won his maiden, he won very impressively, and then obviously I think he was disqualified on that occasion. MJ Oudendal touched on all the issues and they've had to back off, and they've done a lot of behind the scenes work with him. When he walked into the parade ring, it was clear to see. When he went down to the start, and then when he went into the race and he turned for home, it was a protein motion. He absolutely waltzed in. 13 out of 13 draw, no concern for me down the backstretch, because he's got a lot of time to get over. He's got the natural gate speed. But what is more important is his handicap. The handicapper hasn't been able to get a hold of him because he is a 5-year-old now. He's a 5-year-old, so they've really taken their time. And I think he's a horse who's still maybe 10, 15 points ahead of the handicapper at this game. So I'm expecting Al Dante to win once again. Keegan de Mello, he hops aboard. And when he jumps off a horse and he tells you it's something special, and MJ Oudendal kept it for that long, you got to be impressed. And then if you look at the stats, just looking at the stats from the draws, number 1, Time Taker, who is a little bit of a sneaker last time out. He gets the 1 draw. And looking at that from the last, what's that? Just get this right. 102 races, majority of winners have come from gate number 1. So I think he would have tightened up, and he might be a nice swinger and trifecta inclusion. And after that, where do we go?
Sheldon, not interesting, it's a fact that Keegan de Mello has ridden El Rey Vienne in his last 3 starts, of which he's won 2 out of his last 3. So he would have, you can't ride 2 horses in the same race. So I'm sure he would have been stuck between a rock and a hard place to choose between Al Dante and El Rey Vienne. And just purely on that, and you could make a case about a lot of other runners here. So without going on and on, maybe El Rey Vienne as the second choice. Hey Bill, also you've got to throw him in. His last run was excellent. He's a bit of a course specialist. He's won 2 races at the course. But yeah, so to answer your question, 13 Al Dante, 10 El Rey Vienne, 12 Hey Bill, and your horse number 1. But if we dig deeper than that, we'll be here for another half an hour.
100%. You've got horses like the Bayou and a few others out there. So at the end of the day, you've got to take your chances. If you're going to be with the horse we're going for, or I'm going for, El Dante, you take your chances from the draw, and you hope that he's far ahead of the handicapper. So it's a type of race where you either banker, or you've got to throw in 3 or 4 runners in your exotics, and also in those quartets. So see how you're going to play it, and best of luck. Hopefully you end up where you belong, in the winner's circle.
It's Donovan Everett from Cape Racing, and I'd just like to say it's an absolute pleasure to be involved with Intrabet and Cape Breeders in this golf day today here at Pearl Valley. It's fantastic for the industry to see all the relevant stakeholders coming down and having a good time and networking, and it's exactly what the industry needs right now in terms of moving forward and recreating some positivity to take us forward into the next year.